Let's try and figure out exactly what is going to move markets this week. Bloomberg's executive editor for Asia Markets, Paul Dobson, joins us now to discuss. Paul, what do you got your eye on?
As you said, Guy, a bit of a gentle start to the week, a little bit more calm out there. We've seen a drop-off in oil prices. We're seeing US futures up a little bit. And some easing back again on Treasury. So kind of a risk-on, risk-off dynamic is still playing out in markets. We're risk-on today. I think this week, what we're really going to be looking forwards to is, of course, the earnings, but not only, I think, for their impact on what US equities look like, but also for the rates outlook in the US. Given the strength of the economy that we've seen, people are wondering, are the companies going to be reflecting that in their earnings? And if they are, does that just give us one more kind of sign of the strength of the economy and one more reason for the Fed to either keep interest rates higher for longer or to start talking a little bit more aggressively going on from here about the possibility of a hike rather than a cut? That's the market's big concern, and that's really creating that blowback for the rest of the world via the channel of a stronger dollar.
Good inflation data Friday. That's going to be a factor that we need to roll into this as well. We get quite a lot of PMI data as well this week. Is the macro story going to have an impact here too?
Yeah, I think definitely that's all playing around in the backdrop. I think what we also learned last week is that some of the market's frailties and weak spots are actually a little bit closer to the surface than maybe we'd anticipated. And that's what we got certainly across Asia, with a number of the currencies hitting multi-year lows during trading sessions, the central banks ratcheting up their fight back as well. And then even that kind of mini flash crash that we saw in the Mexican peso. Yes, by the end of the day on Friday, everything was back to where it had started. But in the meantime, a 5% swing one way and then the other gives you a sense that kind of there's a little bit of concern out there. There's not all that much liquidity and safety net as you might have expected. So I feel like it's going to be interesting to see how that volatility plays out and how that reflects in the rest of the market and price action this week.